All right, Pro Dumpster Diver back at it again. So we have another melt going on right now, which is pretty good. So what we're doing is we're doing our game board. For those of you who remember the previous videos about us going over the game boards, we had to put them inside of the rotisserie ovens and get rid of the big black chips that were on this. On each of these boards, there were 2 black chips that were pretty large. And so what we're doing today is we're going to put these in acid. So this came from 6 pounds of game board. This is probably about 3 pounds in here. It's a bit heavy, 3 or 4 pounds. Okay, and what these have on them is these have fingers on them right now. And there's a bit more gold on this too. Now, I'm not going to sit there and cut all of these off because that would be pointless. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put them in the bucket today with acid there. These are all the game board pieces. Each piece has had the large black chip pulled off of it, which is good. So I always double check before I go ahead and put them in to make sure all the black chips are off. So I just look at it on the side, and that's how we can tell. All right, so on the side there. All right, double check with that there. All right, yeah, all the black chips were off as best as I could put them off there right now. And oh, wait, we got one with the chip still on it. See, this is why I always double check. So I wouldn't have to worry about that at all right now, but it allows the acid to use a bit more up. Okay, so that goes into that there. I can put it in. I'm not worried about the acid really eating through all of that there. It's just to get the gold piece off. Actually, wait, these are, oh wait, they're coming off. Okay, there we go. Come on. Oh man, there we go. Finally, this is the last. It's always one. It's always one. Okay, all right, so we got that there. And then what we also have is this. These are not necessarily fingers. I'm going to open this up and show you guys what this actually is here. These are long fingers of what we have right now, which are absolutely good. These long pieces here came off of LCD boards. They're the ends that have been cut, as you could actually see here. So they cut the end of it. This is also a nice little finger, technically double-sided, but this is the real finger. Both sides there. This came off of a soundboard, but not RAM. As you can see, this edge here is clean. So this usually comes off of the desktop long boards right there. We have another piece like this, which would have came off of a plate piece. There's no real components on this right now, which is very good. And just a few more pieces there. I thought that was a cat. But yeah, all of these are little fingers. Now, not all of them are double-sided, to be honest. But it is what it is there. Okay. All right, so we're going to put this inside of here. Okay, all of those are fingers. And we're just going to scatter them, to be honest. Okay, I got a couple boards in there right now. Actually, I'll pull the boards out. These boards are a bit big and heavy. These boards are really nice because they actually have the gold on this side, as well as that long, fat piece there. I'll pull those boards out. And then what we just have is we have these long little fingers in here. Okay, now, guess what we're going to do? We're going to put our acid in. Okay, so how do we do this? We get our long container here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it up and give you guys a bit more of a spread. Okay. Give you a bit more of a spread, so you can actually see how this is done. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take this. We're going to pour in our hydrogen peroxide first. Same thing as we always do. We've been doing this for God knows how many programs and projects right now. Okay. We're going to open this up and we're going to pour it in. Now, I don't know how many gallons we're going to need. It might just be 2, but we'll see. We want to make sure all of that is actually going to be covered today, right now. So we will pour in our transhem muriatic acid into our large container. I'm pouring it in because I need it to mix with the hydrogen peroxide. Okay, very well. Okay, so this is in right now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pour that in. Now, we don't know how much we actually need, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be 2, but it may overflow. And I don't want it to be too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop open another container, and we're going to half fill it. Okay, actually, we're going to do about 1/4. Okay, we're just going to do, that's 1 quart. We're going to put 1/4 of that in. And then we're going to put in about 1/4 of our muriatic acid there right now. Again, we don't want to do too much. We just need that to fill up. Okay, all right, so we're going to put that into our container and then cover it down. So I'll get my cover, which is here. And the container you can actually get at a dollar store. I believe they're only $5 a piece. All right, let's put it in. All right, so we actually did need more. Okay, we actually did need more. I was worried about that, and then I realized that the bottom part of this is actually smaller. So, should I do the full gallon? Yeah, we'll do the full gallon. That's what we'll do. We'll do the rest of that one now. So what we'll do is we'll do the full one because we need it to cover all of this. All right, so that should be enough to cover everything. We need to cover all of the fingers in there. All right, let's do it. All right, that's what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. So all of that is covered. Let me move this over here. Okay, that's all covered. That's what we're looking for. To have all of the pieces covered. We have everything in. Always check for any leaks in the container that you have. Okay, no leaks in the bottom here. We have everything covered. Muriatic acid is in. And all we do is we can just put this cover down. And we'll let that bad boy sit for about a good 2 months. Snap it. Both sides should snap, and that's it. You are done. Okay, so we used 2. So it was 2 gallons and 2 quarts. of that. And that's it. That's how we do it. So for those of you looking at it and seeing how that's done, that's how that's done. It's inside the acid. We're going to let it sit there, and we'll come back to it in about 2 months, and we'll double check up on it. The best part is all we have to do is actually just pull up the cover and see if we see any gold floating and see if some of that gold is off, okay? And it's going to be green because you have the mix in there, and that's it. All right, you guys have a great day. This is we'll label this 7 pounds of gold fingers and 6 pounds of game board. All right, Pro Dumpster Diver out.